Hello everyone, I'm back and today I'm going to talk about self-hosted Linux agent for Azure DevOps project. How can you add a Linux agent to your own project because you want more control over your agents or you want to install specific tools that you don't find or you won't be able to do it with the Microsoft hosted agent that Azure DevOps provide by default. Also, you can see in the documentation here, this is the official documentation. I'm going to give you this one in the video descriptions when I finish. And then, as I said, you can find that you can do Linux, you can do Mac, you can do Windows, you can do even Docker agents with as a hosted, self-hosted agent. For the Linux agents as well, you can find all the steps right here. What do you need? What are the requirements for this agent? What kind of permission? How can you generate your kind of authentication to between your token and the Azure DevOps platform? And everything is right here. I won't follow this documentation because this one has a deeply is a really deep information. I prefer to show you one step how can you do it step by step. So let's start with that. So I have here in my I'm gonna use this organization. So I'm going to create a new project from scratch. Let's say on agents. It's gonna be private. It's creating the project. And once you create the project, you can go to your project settings right here in the bottom, and then you will see in the left panel there is a section called pipelines. You go to agents pool, and then you will see by default there's two pools already defined here. One is for Azure pipeline. Every job is running here, and the agent is by default there. That's hosted by Microsoft. And then as you go back here, you will see the default is already defined, and then you can define your own agents. You can add your agent to your default pool, but we're going to create our own pool. Let's create own pool, and then we can create it. And the own pool is it has no agents. I already created an own pool a long time ago, so that's why you're seeing the name here. And let's try to create a new agent. So in this window, what you can see is the get the agents. You have the architecture on the left, what kind of architecture you want to use, 64 well, x86, or you can use Mac, Windows, Linux as operating system. We're gonna use Linux. Let's try, so all of these are the steps. So let's follow the steps here. If you want to check the prerequisites or requirements here, you can do it also here. And then you can see we are using, for example, my Linux system for this task. I'm on Windows, and this is going to be this is one is Ubuntu, and then we can check that Ubuntu is already here, so we are fine. So let's follow with the steps. Let's just clone it. I created this folder already, so we are here. There's nothing there. Reset. Just get the tar file. It's gonna take maybe a couple of seconds. It's just around, yeah, it's gonna be pretty fast. And then we can check what is next. It's gonna be create the folder we have already there, and then we can tar that file. Let me copy this. I don't want to type anything. And then configure. That's gonna be fine. In this step, okay, tar. Then we have this one. Okay, this one is tar. It's doing the tar things. It's gonna take maybe a couple of minutes. Um, the next step I would say we can see all the details here. We open the details. You will get more details about the same page. Like I say, is also here. You can find out what kind of configuration you can do if you're doing as an interactive mode, root as a service, everything there. We have this one already open, so it's gonna be the same as this one. And then when you do configurations, you will see that it's going to start asking you all the parameters that are required for your agent configuration, your service name, sorry, your server name, what is going to be, what kind of authentication, your token. Let's see, this one is finished already, so we can follow the next step. It's going to be configure. Let's check see configure is already there. Oh yeah, it's there. So let's do configure. And okay, the first one is going to be I set the Team Explorer everywhere license, of course, in other case. So enter your server URL. This one is the one that I said before. It's going to be your server URL is going to be your organization URL. Our organization URL is this one, is the one that have that azure.com and then your organization name. It's pasted here. We don't need this window anymore. What kind of authentication is going to be personal access token? And then we don't have this personal access token, so we have to go there and create it. Let me duplicate the window here, and where can you create that one? So if you go under your profile, and then you will see personal access token right there. We're gonna create a new token. It's gonna be token agents, and then you can specify for all your organization. Just let's keep it in this one. How long it's going to be, how many days to expire. You can define custom. Let's say I want to say it's going to be maybe tomorrow, and then full access. I recommend to you if you are using this one in your environment, in your dev QA, you have to go through all these um, permissions for this role because this one is going to be anyone that is using this token can get access to any of the resource that you define right here. So far I'm going to do full, but that one is not recommended. So let's save this one because you won't be able to put it again, and then we have to use it multiple times for this demo that I'm showing today. Just let's save it there, and let's just use it here, and there you go. What is your agent pool? My agent pool is going to be on pool. We name it on pool. And what is going to be your agent name? By default, it's trying to use your host name, but let's say it's going to be agent 1. There you go. Let's keep it that one. And we can check here that our agent is going to be there, but it's offline. So we don't have, and how can we bring that one online? So in the last steps is going to be ran, as we see before, and there you go. It's just scanning the two capabilities and then connecting to the server, and then we'll see that the agent is listening for the job. So how can we see, this is how easy it is to add an agent. You just follow the steps, providing the right input, and that's it. But how can we try it? How can we see that agent is working? So we can go to, let's try to create a simple pipeline, something really simple. Just initialize here with set out a bill. I'm gonna set out a bill, and then I'm gonna use the start pipelines as configuration. This one is gonna be a really simple example. Our pool is on pool, remember that, and the step is gonna be echo, or we can do hostname to be sure that it's running in our pipeline, in our new agent. So let's save let's save because I believe this one is already configured by default to run, and then it's running. Let's see here. Oh no, I have to run here. Okay, and then our pipeline is running now. I say that it's connecting to the agent. There you go, connecting to the agent 1, then some kind of pre-checkout, the command line, and then post-checkout. Let's see from the command line. And there you go. The host name is actually the same name that we are using here for our host name. That's pretty simple. That's how you can configure an agent for your pipeline, for your project in Azure DevOps. So we did this one in interactive mode. So you have to provide all the parameters one at a time. So that is something pretty pretty simple. When you have maybe 1, 2 agents, you can do it. But after DevOps, you have to follow what happens. You want to automate this creation. You want to do it just in one single line. What happens? So we can stop this agent to see how I can do this one in one single line. Let's finish this one, and let's go to remove it. How can you clean this one? You can just do config remove, and then you will see the we have to provide path, we have to provide the token again, and this is how you can clean your agents if you want to remove an agent. And if you go back to your, let's see, to our project, it's in this one. Sorry, yeah, it's in this one. Project settings. We are in the run project. Azure DevOps series, on agents. This one is the right one. And then you can go to project settings, and then you will see the pool. There is no agent at all. So what we want to do is just one single pipeline. So we want to configure the agent using one single command line. And that one is going to be here when you are configuring unattended modes. And you can find this one at pretty bottom, I believe. Right here and somewhere is unattended config. So when you're doing unattended config, you can see all the required options can be provided in one single pipeline. I already pulled this here, so we need to provide the URL and the authentication, the token, what is going to be the pool, the agent, and what is going to be the workspace. So if we can grab our configuration here, let's close this part. Pretty simple. Our URL is going to be our organization name. Let's use it here. Our authentication is going to be personal authentication token. The token we have it already here. The token is really sensitive information, so you have to handle this pretty carefully. If you are an administrator, you have to pull this one in some encrypted repository. If you are using HashiCorp Vault to manage your token, your rotation, that kind of thing, you have to use that one because this one is really sensitive. I don't really care about this one because once I finish this video, I can revoke the tokens and it's not useful anymore. This one, the pool is going to be on pool. The agent is going to be, let's say, special agent, and the work is going to be, let's say, workspace, and then we are setting the last one is going to be a setting. All the description of this configuration is already here in the documentation. So if you want to learn more, you just came here and read about everything that I already set up here. But this one for this demo is just trying to show how to do it. It's really easy. So if I go here and then execute that one here, the config, we are providing all the configuration. Yeah, we are ready. And then we run it, and then you will see it will connect, it will register the agent is calling, and then you will see the agent is going to be ready. It's going to be offline, and then you have to do the run things to see the agent. Yeah, it's already there, special agent, and then we do the run part. Sorry, let's run, and there you go. The agent is going to be online in a couple of seconds. That's our agent. We can validate the agent is working. We go back to our repositories, see the pipeline. We can edit the pipeline. We can see special agent. Oh, sorry, we can use on pool because that one is going to be the same thing. So as we go pipeline builds, it's different agent, same pool. So we can run it again and see what happened. Let's try to see if that is working. It's running on pool. Special agent. Let's see, it's a special agent is going to be the same agent that we did before. Command line, and there you go. It's the same way. So you have to learn how to configure. This one is pretty nice. If you are is at the default, you have a different pipeline that is configuring all your agents dynamically. Then you have all this kind of configuration. You just want to execute it without human interaction. This is the easy way to do it. So as you remember, we can clean our agents. Let me clean we can do config remove. We are removing the agent. We need to provide the token. And then once you provide the token, the project is completely clean. And then I have to go here and see that my agents are not there anymore. Sorry, I clicked in the wrong place. Let's go here, and then it's not anymore there. That's it. That's how you can configure in the active interactive mode or unattended mode. That's you can do the configuration in one single pipeline. If you want to see anything else, anything that is more complex, if you are using this in your Azure DevOps project, if you want to configure other kind of agent, just let me know. It's going to be the same process for basically Macs or Windows, or Dockers are a little bit tricky that you have to follow a couple of requirements, but if you want to see any of those videos, just let me know and I will be happy to help you. If you like it, if you learn anything new, please subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns, and thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.